Lamine Yamal, the next football superstar taking the world by storm. In the world of football, there's always that one person who can't help but cling to the past, lamenting the good old days while missing out on the excitement of the present. Don't be that person. Resist the urge to criticize the new and embrace the thrill of the game as it evolves. But sometimes, you find yourself in that easy chair, eyes wide with excitement, and you realize you're just as captivated by the latest phenomenon as everyone else. Enter Lamine Yamal, the young star who's taking the football world by storm. If you caught the Barcelona vs Inter match on Wednesday night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a breathtaking display of football that had fans on the edge of their seats. Barcelona has transformed into a team that's not just about possession but about creativity and flair, a high-wire act performed by players who seem to float on the pitch like they're made of feathers and elastic bands. There's been a lot of chatter about how modern players are becoming overly polished and predictable, but Barcelona continues to showcase a unique blend of tactical roles and physical styles. From the enigmatic ball conduit to the all-purpose dribble wizard, each player brings something special to the table. Take Fermin Lopez, for instance. What exactly does he do? It's a mystery, but it works. In the match against Inter, the game flowed through Frenkie de Jong, who spent half the time passionately debating with the referee while gliding across the field with such grace that you'd think he was wearing ballet slippers. The clash of styles in this match was nothing short of spectacular. Inter brought a more traditional approach, with solid defenders and a no-nonsense style of play that exposed some vulnerabilities in Barcelona's defense. Their high defensive line felt like a daring gamble, creating a fascinating contrast that kept us all on our toes. But let's be honest, you're still thinking about Lamine Yamal, aren't you? Yes, I know I've strayed a bit from the main topic, but it's hard not to get swept up in the Lamine Yamal hype that dominated the conversation during and after the game. He was the focal point, the player everyone was talking about, with commentators like Rio Ferdinand exclaiming, "Oh my God," at his every move. At one point, you had to double-check the score to remind yourself it was a 3-3 draw and not a 6-1 blowout in favor of Barcelona, with Yamal scoring all 6. The internet exploded with praise, with discussions about whether his better than Messi was at his age. It's a moment of reckoning, where the hype aligns with reality. Lamine Yamal is undeniably one of the most gifted attacking players in the world, a once-in-a-generation talent. While the Messi comparisons may not lead anywhere definitive, they do highlight two key similarities. First, there's the magical relationship with the ball, the ability to make it dance and perform tricks that leave defenders bewildered. I witnessed this firsthand in Munich last July when he effortlessly evaded Adrien Rabiot and scored in a way that seemed impossible. Second, there's his uncanny ability to perceive time and space, almost as if he's playing in slow motion. His goal on Wednesday night was a masterclass in skill, as he glided through an invisible corridor and executed a shot from a seemingly impossible angle with such ease that it felt entirely logical. So yes, Lamine Yamal is brilliant, but he's also something more. He represents a new era, the first true superstar to emerge in our hyper-connected, online world. He's constantly under the spotlight, consumed and dissected by fans and media alike, expected to deliver perfection at every turn. What impact will this relentless scrutiny have on him? Watching Lamine Yamal play is a unique experience. Why is it so captivating? Perhaps it's because his style aligns perfectly with how we consume content today. He's always on the move, problem-solving, creating space, and finding angles. With Barcelona dominating possession, he's in a constant state of action, delivering an addictive thrill that feels like a shot of dopamine straight to our brains. In a world where we crave instant gratification, Lamine Yamal is the embodiment of that desire, an endless source of excitement. Moreover, he symbolizes a cultural shift towards individualism in sports. Fans and journalists alike have developed a fascination with individual players, elevating them to almost divine status. This trend makes commercial sense. It's easier to market a single star than a whole team. Lamine Yamal is the perfect example of this phenomenon, a player who can draw in fans and generate buzz without needing to delve into the complexities of team dynamics. But will he be able to navigate this intense spotlight unscathed? The world of football can be unforgiving, stretching players thin and exposing their vulnerabilities. Barcelona has always portrayed itself as the underdog, but it's also a club driven by commercial interests. For the hierarchy, Lamine Yamal is a financial asset, a beacon of hope in a time of financial uncertainty. What's more important, winning the match or capitalizing on the global phenomenon that is Lamine Yamal? Which brings in more revenue? Superstars have always faced immense pressure, and while there may have been a brief respite during the Messi-Ronaldo era, Lamine Yamal doesn't have that luxury. He's out there, performing for a world that both adores and scrutinizes him. So, let's hope he continues to dazzle us with his brilliance, because in this age of constant digital engagement, we need that magic more than ever. And whatever you do, Lamine, don't ever stop shining, because we're all rooting for you.